What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we just got a pretty big patch on all platforms involving Rhino Heirloom and some changes to the game. So I thought it was a large enough hotfix and update we should make a video on it. But do keep in mind that there might be another video today covering the new Nightwave, because it's like 11 in the morning right now, and the patch just came out, and the Heirloom skin's out, but the Nightwave and Belly of the Beast event don't start until later in the day. So, yeah, we'll have a new Belly of the Beast event guide tomorrow, and we'll have the Nightwave reset stuff throughout the week. But yeah, guys, there's some big changes in this patch that actually seem like they came from one of my videos, so let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure to sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads, build videos, news videos, discussion videos, all that kind of stuff. Great place for Warframe content. And yeah, we have the Star Days coverage here as well. Not a ton to cover, to be honest, but still some pretty cool cosmetics you can earn for free. Alright, so let's get right into it. So first things first, if you saw the footage just now, one of the things they did fix, they finally fixed the infested tech rot key being marked by Auric and I, so it actually does work. I just confirmed it. That's the smallest thing we can talk about, but yeah, Auric and I does work. Get the new hotfix here. But I want to start that off with you. So, first things first, we got the Rhino Heirloom bundle that just dropped. And there's been some mixed opinions on it for sure, but I just bought it, and it's got the Heirloom skin, the Signa, the Heirloom color palette, and some other cosmetics. Now, as far as how the Signa looks, I've got it equipped on Chroma right now. I did not really mess with the, like the X-axis or whatever on it to make it look properly placed. It looks okay. I'm not a big fan of Signas in general, though. But yeah, here, that's what it looks like. So, without and with. So, it's more horns for Chroma, I guess. And you can move it up and down, but I had it at 50. I think it's the default for it. So, yeah, it's they're definitely an acquired taste. Now let's go ahead. I have not even looked at the Rhino Heirloom skin itself. Let's go ahead and look at Rhino Heirloom. Keep in mind, there are no weapon skins with it. It's just the Rhino Heirloom. So here's my Rhino normal look with the Rubido skin that you can't get on console, apparently. Whoa. He's a chunker. He is definitely a chunker. So there you go. Looking minty fresh. I could look like an apple. I look like a Ninja Turtle over here. So that's what it looks like. Okay, let's do another one with some randomized fashion, maybe. Oh my gosh, not that one. I don't want to ruin my Iron Man look. Okay, we're going to buy a new config slot for this. So yeah, it's definitely not as hype as Ember. But you know what is cool, and something we didn't have before? I believe you can change the Iron Skin effects now. Yeah, here you go. So the Iron Skin effects of... Okay, so this is the Iron Skin different effects you can toggle between. So yeah, the Iron Skin override for the Heirloom is these iron rings that only stick around for a brief moment, it looks like. So yeah, you can use that on other skins now too. So I went back to my my Void Shell, my Rubido skin. I could still use that, which is kind of cool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't really play Rhino a ton, so hopefully you Rhino enjoy or Rhino mains like that skin a lot. The Iron Skin to me is kind of weird. So either way, this is a nice little set that you can toggle between these now if you want to. But I think I'm going to keep it on default for now. So yeah, if you like Rhino, there you go. If you don't like Rhino, you could actually just buy the Signa individually if you prefer that. It's kind of, you can individually buy these items. Okay, enough of that though. It's a pretty decent skin. He's definitely pretty thick. But it's time to move on to the actual patch, because there was some stuff that got changed I was pretty happy about. And overall, just a good patch. Like, they literally added some feedback I provided, so yeah, you're welcome. Let's start off with the patch notes here. Or hotfix 38.0.8, the Rhino Heirloom Collection hotfix. So we just showed that stuff right there. It does have custom effects in missions, so if you want to buy it and try it out, go ahead. And again, you can buy the stuff individually, including the Signa if you like that Signa. Alright, so as far as Nightwave, again, it does start at 2:50 p.m. ET. I will be live on stream for that if you guys want to stop by. We'll check that out live and do the Nightwave challenges. I'll be doing the daily Nightwave challenges too to make sure we get that new Vesper augment and the AX52 augment right away, which, yes, they are actually correct with the stats I showed in my previous video. So, yeah, we'll cover all this loot later, but it looks like there's a lot of good stuff to grind out, including a Tech Rot armor set. And there's some new cred offerings as well. They brought Metamorphic Magazine back for the Gorgon, which is nice. Now, Star Days is here. Let's go ahead and check out Star Days real quick while we're in the game. But, yeah, guys, don't expect too much from Star Days. It's more of like a little for fun holiday vendor. But I did notice something there that is pretty good this year. And that's going to be the Kavat Gene Masking Kit. Yeah, Fabled Gene Masking Kit, previously available via Nora's Mix Volume 4. See, they said it was available, but I don't think I even have that. I guess the Kavat, maybe the Kavat one is new. Oh, no, okay, there's a dog Kavat Masking Kit and a Cooper and a Kavat one. So let's go ahead and show what I'm talking about here. So an actual good thing for Star Days. I don't remember this being here at all before, so... Star Days, so you need to get some debt bonds to buy all these cosmetics, but as far as the new stuff is the stuff at the bottom. So you got these glyphs of the Hex members, and then this is the one I was talking about, guys. This Kavat, this is a cat skin, so you can buy this for debt bonds, and you can have a pretty much like a void cat, I guess I'd call it. And this stuff too. Only 15 medical debt bonds for that. There's also a dog one too. I don't really use this too often, but yeah, it is pretty cool looking. These are both 15 medical debt bonds. So yeah, a reason to actually do Star Days if you want like a pet skin. But for the rest of the stuff, it's mostly just cosmetics. There are some weapons here like the Ignis Ray Blueprint and the Snipetron Blueprint, but for the most part just cosmetics. A very good free color palette there too. So yeah, not a big deal on that one, but if you do want to grab some of those loot drops or loot rewards, that is available for probably a really long time. How many days is it available for? That's available for 27 days, okay? So literally no rush at all. Alright, but moving on past that, we've got some additional changes to the game. So, new summer chord track entitled The Great Kim is at Owie's offering, so a new song at Owie to buy. Added crouch button is toggle to controller. Okay, so this stuff's not as important. Here's the stuff that's more important. Calendar kill requirements have been reduced by 50% for Scaldra and 25% for Tekrot. There is no longer a random kill 1000 Scaldra step at the end just to like waste your time pretty much. So it should be 500 Scaldra, not 1000 Scaldra, where the number was before. Improved network stability, that's good. Okay, so there are some face-off changes, guys, but don't expect too much, okay? The Steel Path face-off squad versus squad is no longer required to receive 1999 emote. Now completing solo squad node is registered. Both nodes is cleared because nobody was in matchmaking at like 4 in the morning on a Thursday. Face-Off has received some polish. Made small improvements to ally NPC spawning in Face-Off single squad, which is not squad version, obviously. The number of ghostly enemies in Face-Off missions will now properly reflect how many enemies are on the other team. Improved the case of the mobile voice pirate radio jittering when moving around obstacles in Face-Off. Face-Off extraction will now immediately start or when one of the teams beats a third objective. Increase the amount of time the AI team used to complete the data burn in single path face-off. And improve the spawning logic of assassination targets that don't spawn on the other side of the map. So that's all they did for face-off. Isn't that kind of crazy? I feel like face-off is just like... This is admitting defeat, basically. Completing the squad versus squad thing's no longer needed. Face-off is basically... No, it's already been dead. It's been dead since like December. So yeah, Face-Off is just GG. They even said, like, yeah, you don't have to play anymore. So, yikes. Hopefully they can update someday, but I highly doubt it. Made some changes to some of the cosmetics for the Operator and Drifter. Okay, guys, here is the biggest change. Oh, here's the two biggest changes of the update. Mainly this one. Well, first off, before we get to the big change, increase the health and damage of Tekrot faction, because Tekrot were too easy to kill, apparently. So yeah, they made the Tekrot more tanky and deal more damage. But here's the big change, guys. This is the one that I'm going to go ahead and take credit for my video. Albrecht Laboratories and Helvania resources can now be fed to Helminth for the following secretions. Yes, my video saying Tekrot motherboard are the most useless thing ever actually worked. The people complaining that stat stick ribbons were annoying, their complaining worked. My complaining about the resources not being usable worked. I think I would take my stat stick back over this, though, when you see some of these numbers. But yes, oxides for Entrati Obels. I'm going to go to the Helminth to show you guys this. Oxide for Entrati Obels, and there's even Stella for Bio, it looks like. Stella for Stella for Calx. So, here we are. They have added this to the game due to our feedback. Now, as far as what does what, we're on the Helminth resources now. So, as far as oxides, Entrati Obels, 45,000 Entrati Obels for a singular click of oxides. It's a lot, but I've got 5.4 million, and there is literally no use for these in the entire game. So this is the new use for these in the entire game, guys, okay? There is no other place to use these en masse. For Calx, we've got Stella. 180 Stella for one click is a little bit little bit high price, to be honest. That's over an entire fusion of a shard for 1 click of bile. I would not recommend doing this unless you are like seriously bile or seriously Stella rich. But yeah, it's nice to have that there as an option just in case you do need a little bit extra. For biotics, you got Helminth Pitchweave Fragment. This is a 1999 resource that was literally useless before. It has a use now. 700 for a singular click. I'll take it. It's kind of a lot, but also I'm not gonna get too fussed about them because again, it was literally useless before, guys. Is that the only new resource that is for this stuff? Looks like Helminth Pitchweave Fragment for whatever this stuff is, calx or whatever. That's calx. Okay, moving on to synthetics. Experimental arc relay for 65 for a turn-in. Keep in mind, this stuff is literally useless outside of here. Also, Necrocoil, 800 Necrocoil for a singular click of synthetics. I'm gonna just go ahead and click on that right now to say thank you to Pablo. But yes, looking good here. Again, these numbers might be a little bit on the high side, but they can always change them in the future. Everyone's favorite Tech-Rot motherboard. Okay, that's kind of a lot of Tech-Rot motherboards for 1 click. But yeah, we were complaining they were useless. 25 Tech-Rot motherboard for a singular click of this stuff. I will gladly click on that. And then for the final tier here, Bio, a Fervon samples. 800 of Fervon samples for a singular click. A lot of players have been complaining that's too much. As far as I'm concerned, it could be 100. It could be, it could be 1,000. I'd still click on it because these are useless resources. When I did that run through of that capture mission earlier to prove that the Tech-Rot key still is marked by the scanner, they've got like 46, and I wasn't even farming for them. So if you were to farm for them, you could probably get like 100 plus per mission, which is still not very good. Honestly, like Void Gel Orbs are better. But again, guys, this had literally no use for the whole game besides this. And they also added vessel capillaries here for bile, but it's 55 of them per, so it's really, really not that good. So yeah, they did add this stuff. It's not the, again, it's not properly thought out number in my opinion for some of these things, but for the most part, I'm just glad we have a use for this stuff. So that is amazing. Pheromones, Tech-Rot Chitin, blah, 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 blah. Farming these missions will actually have a use now for these resources. Alright, so an exclamation point. They made some changes to Kim to make it easier to understand what's happening. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and skip most of the stuff. Sound effect changes. Here's some things right here. So to fix the biocode Tech-Rot safe not being marked with Orcanide. That should work now. Let's see, where was the other? There were some other things I want to show you too. There was some issues with the Mandinel they fixed. The Mandinel should no longer be glitched out. There was also a glitch where you could, how do I put this? You could put Roar on Mirage with the clip still. They removed that. So good job bragging about that one on Twitter or whatever. Fixed Well of Life insta-killing Demolist. Good job bragging about that one. And the list goes on. So, yeah, for the most part, this update was here to make the game playable for some people when it was not playable. Fix Cyanodyne Sniper not being able to... Fix Cyanodyne Sniper being able to equip sniper skins. They took the sniper skins away from Neutralizer. Darn. But yeah, for the most part, guys, a small patch with some big quality of life changes. We have the Nightwave coming out in a couple hours. So I will be live for that. It's too bad it wasn't here at launch. So yeah, as far as what's going on this month in Warframe, this is going to be one of your big days today. With the big event, the Nightwave starting in a few hours, Rhino Heirloom skin for better or for worse. This is what we have. And then yeah, we have the Nightwave starting tonight too. So hopefully you guys found the patch interesting and helpful, with this video interesting and helpful. We'll see about those Helminth resources. I'm glad that we got them, but at the same time, if it's 800 Fervon samples for 1 click of bile, is this change only meant for people to have like excessive amounts of resources? Because besides, I have 50,000 Fervon samples, wherever it was. Do normal players have these types of numbers? I'm assuming no. So from what it looks like, 57,000 Fervon samples. Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Do you have? Does this change actually help you? Like, is 800 Fervon samples for 1 click of bile even good? Like, to me, I think it's fine, but also, like, other things are better. Void Gel Orbs, I can jam those in there all day long. Some of the other stuff, definitely it's easier to click on than these pretty high amount of the Fervon symbols needed. So they could change it, but yeah, let me know how you guys feel about those numbers in the comments down below. I'll see you on stream very soon, and there might be another video today about the Nightwave reset that starts today. Either way, guys, there will be a new Nightwave reset on Sunday, so if I don't get around to it, make sure you do your Nightwave challenges before then if you want the maximum rep. Alright, guys, take it easy. I'll see you next time. Bye!